Hello everyone, welcome back to the madness that is Dr. Dekker. I mean, sort of, I guess, because the description of the game does say it is about madness. It is about Lovecraftian horror. We didn't actually see any of that last time. Maybe we'll see some of it this time? Or maybe the madness is a madness of a different sort altogether. Maybe it's about macho madness. I mean, that would be a pleasant surprise if the final person we interviewed was indeed the Macho Man, and it was time to snap into a Slim Jim, but I don't think that's what's going to happen. I think, instead, the last interview might be Cthulhu, and then we're going to snap... He'll snap into us. Maybe to Cthulhu, all of us are just Slim Jims. Things to think about. But what we have to think about right now is the infectious madness of Dr. Dekker. Now, as of last time, just like with last time, if you want to watch this video after the fact with the chat, you can watch it on the Twitch page, and I'm sure they're going to say hello to you right about now. That's who I'm looking at right now. That's who we'll be talking with. And the chat, of course, will be helping me out with interviewing these patients as we are trying to figure out the madness. But if we look on the screen, we can see that we have 97 out of 210 responses. The progress through the current Act 1 is 62%. Overall progress through the game, 9%. We've used 6 hints. I'm sure we will be using a lot more. But what we have to use right now, I'm going to go to Help. Now, last time, I took a look at this screen, and I took a look at the Help video, and I thought that's what all there was, right? But I was informed that I was wrong. There was more to the Help. Oh, look at this. Oh, goodness. There's more. It suggests that instead of asking, why do you keep going, we should ask, why do you keep going to the beach? Because the patients have no concept of context. Truly horrific. And what about answering these questions? Sometimes the patients will pose a question. It's okay to answer it, just in case they want a response. So if they ask, do you like apples, doctor? I could say, yes, I like apples, or no, I hate apples. Of course I'm not going to say, no, I hate apples. Who hates apples? I don't think I've ever seen anyone who hates apples. Maybe they don't love them. I don't know if anyone hates apples, but hating apples might just break a story open for us. What if a patient is caught in a lie? Sometimes they will contradict themselves, like they say, I hate cats, but then I love all animals. We can call them up on this by saying, you love all animals but hate cats? Or, hate cats, love animals? I don't think this is a contradiction myself. Clearly, what this means is that the patient does not consider cats to be animals. Maybe they consider cats to be the dominant species on the planet, and we're the animals. Doesn't have to be a contradiction. We can make associative leaps. We can draw conclusions from what a patient tells us and use it to probe further. I get angry when I see red, or my car is red. We might ask, does your car make you angry? Or, car angry! Car smash. What if we're stuck? We can play back the previous responses. We may become stuck when multiple keywords need to be guessed at once. So typing out full questions instead of just keywords would probably be better because you can have multiple keywords in the question. We figured that out last time, that full questions work well. Don't forget to check the notes. Spend more time in the responses tab. Starred responses contain clues that should be followed up. 2-star responses must be followed up to progress. So we'll be looking for 2 stars. Fallout else fails, type hint. Now the patients start out red but turn yellow when you've revealed everything. And then we can make them green to get if we get every response, but we don't have to. Remember, the more you uncover, the more you risk losing your own mind. This is a dangerous game. could possibly go insane playing this game. We're going to continue. All right. So, Mariana, this is the person we suspect as being a mermaid, and this was the first person we started out with. Now, just to get this conversation going, I am going to start off with a hint, just to, get the ball rolling in a direction, because I don't remember what we should be asking here. I'm going to start off by getting a hint. What prognosis is she looking for? Okay, what prognosis are you looking for?
I want to stop having the blackouts. I want to stop waking up at the beach. I want to remember those entire evenings. Can you suggest anything that might help?
Okay, that's a direct question. Yes, I can suggest something that might help.
I don't have an answer for that.
That did not work. No, I can't suggest something that might work.
That doesn't mean anything to me.
Okay. Let's see. Did my notes do something when I clicked on that? Oh, there we go. Okay. Perhaps Mariana should stop going to the beach. I thought she would get blackouts and then she would wake up on the beach. Is that not what she said? Stop going to the beach.
I love the beach. Until somebody tells me it's going to kill me, I'll keep going. Have you ever been addicted to something, Doctor?
Yes, I have been addicted to something.
I thought so when I first saw you. We should get on great.
Okay, I got an achievement for asking questions. What I am addicted to is heroin.
That doesn't really mean anything to me.
All right. She's not into the hard stuff. Let's see. Going to the beach is going to kill you. Oh, okay. I can't say that. Let's see. Is there an exclamation point right there? Okay, no, that's behind the text. That is not an exclamation point right there. Let's see. Do we have any double stars? Were you going to have a Warcraft theme? Yeah, that's right. We asked Nathan about that. Oh, this is all the questions. It's not just her questions. Oh, if the red dot... Velis is telling me that if I look at the patient list and the red dot turns orange, I'm done. She is still red. Okay. Now, someone else... Yes, Crypt World mentioning that she said that she doesn't drink, but she liked going to a bar because of the free vodka shots. You don't drink, but you enjoy free vodka shots? Apparently I cannot ask about that. When will you free yourself from your web of lies, Mariana?
I don't know.
Good answer. What do you know?
Nope. Don't know.
Much like Socrates, she knows that she does not know anything. Let's see. Do you like apples?
No, I don't know about that.
All right. Keep going to the beach. Okay, no, I cannot suggest that. Oh, right. Sparkle Bill mentioning that I should tell her to record her visits. Maybe you should record your visits to the beach.
I film myself doing, lots of things. But it's not so easy to do when you're blacked out.
What do you mean you film yourself? How would you do that? Are you just holding up your phone in selfie position all the time? What do you film yourself doing? No, I can't ask about that. Crypt World suggesting I asked, what do you like about the beach? Do you like Baywatch?
I have no idea about that.
I guess she is a little bit young for it, but the movie did just come out. Do you like The Rock?
I don't know about that.
Oh, you know about The Rock. Go back to notes, maybe. Let's see. Doesn't seem like either of these really led to anything. Let's see. She does like swimming and holding her breath. Honorific reminding me of that. Do you like swimming? No, we can't talk about swimming again. Get a real job. No, I cannot suggest that you get a real job. Research 6 reminding me that I can go back and look at my first let's see, responses with Mariana. I guess I have to scroll all the way down. Let's see. Oh, Lie Down has 2 stars next to it.
I'm not sure holding my breath too long is causing blackouts. I mean, it could, but I don't remember ever having a blackout when I'm holding my breath.
Oh, I know how to solve her problem. Hold your breath all the time. No. Or maybe the opposite. Never hold your breath. Okay. Someone suggested, the Admiral, get someone else to record your visits to the beach.
Will you do it for me? Will you watch me to see what happens?
I mean, if that's the direction we have to go, I guess. Let's scroll up. All right, that has 1 star. Yes, I will record you. No? What? I thought that I was supposed to respond to her question. Yes, I will film you at the beach. Flang suggesting, yes, I will go to the beach with you. Oh, come on. Yes.
That's not really helping with my blackouts.
Yes, I will.
I don't know about that.
You, me, beach.
I don't know.
We will perform the fusion dance and then go to the beach. No. Go beach. She definitely asked me, let's watch that again.
Will you do it for me? Will you watch me to see what happens?
Okay, yes, maybe do not say the word beach. Yes, I will watch you.
So, it's a date then. I'll let you know when.
Okay. So, we just couldn't say that we were going to the beach. I had to avoid mentioning beach, even though that is the location that we are going. Okay, what's this? No, she's still red. She is still red. Alright, we have a date with Mariana. Let's see. Let me go back down, see if she has other 2 stars. Oh, Lie Down is 2 stars.
I'm not sure holding my breath too long is causing blackouts. I mean, It could, but I don't remember ever having a blackout when I'm holding my breath.
Oh, we did listen to that one. Let's see. Have a blackout while holding your breath. Breath. No. Oh, Charmcaster mentioning that it will take me to the client's list when she changes to orange. So I guess that would happen automatically. Georg suggesting that I focus on the vodka. Vodka? Okay, so I can't ask about that. There anything else from her that has 2 stars? Just gonna scroll up. Continuing to scroll up. The Wilder's saying that we should focus on what she does remember. I guess it's true that I haven't actually asked her what it is that she does remember. I still think that Bryce is moving her to the beach during the midnight hour. I still think that's what's happening, but I can't say that. Okay. What do you remember about the blackouts? Nope, can't ask that. Rephrase the contradiction with the vodka. You say that you don't drink, but you like vodka. Bars?
That's not really helping with my blackouts.
Dancing.
No, I don't know about that.
You love dancing! You said you love dancing! Let's see. Elroy... I'm having trouble pronouncing names here. Elroy Tyrion is saying I should ask, when did the blackouts start? Apparently I cannot ask this. Okay. I think anything that involves the blackouts, it will not let me ask. Because apparently I asked blackouts. It's right here.
I do suffer from blackouts, which is strange, as I can hold my breath for a really long time. But I'm not swimming before I black out. Dr. Dekker thought it was anxiety originally. Then he worked it out.
So that was a lot of information, but this answer does not have any asterisks by it. So is it actually not important? Narma asks, saying that I should ask, do you dream while blackout? No, I can't ask that. Do you dream?
I have no idea about that.
I don't know if I can ask about the anxiety. How did you work out your anxiety? Yeah. Okay, I can't ask about that. What did Dr. Dekker work out? This still does not have asterisks by it, but we can see what the answer was.
He eventually decided it wasn't anxiety, but I'm not going to tell you his final diagnosis. We should have a fresh start. I don't want you influenced by the prognosis.
You will tell me Dekker's diagnosis. No. Let's see. Mitsukichi says there's an asterisk by the injuries question. Let's see. Injuries. So what was this one about?
No, nothing like that. I usually wake up on my side like I've been sleeping. Sometimes I'm partially covered by seaweed.
Seaweed?
That doesn't mean anything to me.
The Admiral mentioning that there's an asterisk by nudity.
I black out. And then the next thing I remember, I'm naked on the beach, like I've been washed up on shore. Nobody's pressed charges yet, but I can feel it. The police are getting suspicious. Reeser
is saying that single asterisks won't get us closer to orange, so I guess that these are not things that really matter. All right, I'm just going to go for another hint because we're kind of hitting a wall right here with her. What is she doing before her blackouts? I guess that does seem like an obvious question, but did we really not ask that? I mean, everything I've asked revolving around blackouts I've not been able to ask because we've already asked her about blackouts. What are you doing before the blackouts?
I normally black out when I'm dancing. I like dancing. Do you like dancing?
Yes, I like dancing.
Cool. I dance to anything with a beat.
We did hear this before. I'm positive we heard that answer before. So this does have double asterisks. Who do you dance with?
I'm not seeing anyone at the moment, if that's what you're asking. Why can't a girl go to a club on her own? I like dancing. I don't have many real friends, I suppose, but that's what happens when you move about a lot.
So that answer has one asterisk. You move about a lot? Can't ask that. When do you black out? Can't ask that. Real friends?
Like I said, I don't really know anyone around here.
Where are you from?
I don't have an answer for that.
Are you from under the sea?
Sometimes I go swimming in the sea. I don't always black out.
I assume she doesn't always black out. If she was always blacking out, how would she even be here? That doesn't even make sense. Okay, so it's still the case that this has two asterisks. What are you doing before the blackouts? Blackout when I'm dancing. I like dancing. Do you like dancing?
Do you like dancing?
No, I hate dancing.
Nope. Don't know.
Alright, blackout while dancing?
You think my dancing causes my blackouts? No, I know it's the last thing I remember, but I don't think it's that. Sometimes I remember more, but I'm tired now. Is that it for today?
Oh. Well, she seems to be done with today. But she is still red. Oh, wait. Okay, no, that's right. I can't click on her because we already clicked on her. No, we are not done for today. Your dot is still red.
That doesn't really mean anything to me.
I'm asking so many questions. You can dance if you want to.
I don't have an answer for that.
All right. Anything in the notes? No, nothing new in there. Okay. You should never dance again.
No, I don't know about that.
What music do you like? I already asked about that. So these don't have any stars. Still the case that the last thing... What was the last thing that has 2 stars? And it's not here. Or maybe we solved it? Maybe we don't need to ask that again. If that's the case. No, Bryce. Well, whatever it was that had 2 stars down here is not 2 stars anymore, I guess. So, I mean, that's progress. We're getting rid of stars. There are no more responses that have 2 stars. Let's go on our date now.
I don't know.
Do you like to eat sand?
That's not really helping with my blackouts.
Eating sand might be what's causing the blackouts. I can't ask about eating sand. I suspected that's maybe why she likes the beach so much. Charmcaster mentioning that I should ask what she's like when she wakes up. What are you like when you wake up? No?
When I wake up on the beach, I normally feel refreshed, which is weird, right? I'm not scared. Not yet. I just want to know what's going on.
Alright, that doesn't have any stars, though. How long do you sleep for? What time do you wake up? Was there anyone else at the beach? No, wanted to keep that open. No, I see you. I see you waving. Maybe what you call blackouts is just what other people call sleep. No. Do you like getting crunk?
That doesn't really mean anything to me.
Let's see. Are you an alcoholic? Do you like dancing because you usually don't have human legs? No. Yeah, maybe I do need to go for a hint. I guess so. Let's just ask a hint. Someone, Quakerin asking, is she the one who likes herbs? No, that is someone else. That is not the same person that we're talking to now. It says that I should ask about Dr. Dekker's murder. Did I really not ask her about the murder? I thought I asked everyone about the doctor's murder. What do you know about Dr. Dekker's murder?
Well, that's why you're here, isn't it? You've replaced him. He was a good listener. I hope you are.
Did you kill Dr. Dekker? I am a great listener.
Dr. Dekker could really get inside you.
Goodness.
It was, unsettling. But you let him do it. Part of the process, I guess.
We're still talking about therapy, right? Let's see. Dr. Dekker getting inside you. Nope, can't ask about that. No stars about these responses. The process?
I have no idea about that.
Did you eat Dr. Dekker? Oh, I finished the Dekker stuff. The stars from Dekker are gone, is what the chat is saying. She is still red. That dot is still red. Whiteouts?
I don't know about that.
Right, you know all about blackouts, but not the other way around. Why is your dot still red?
Nope. Don't know.
Do you own shoes?
That doesn't mean anything to me.
I guess not. Blenheim suggesting go for a hint until orange. Maybe. I would like to try to, figure things out, but I'm not sure what else to ask at this point. What would be a hint? What? All right. Hello, as we are near the end of our conversation.
I'm Mariana. Are you feeling okay?
I'm feeling okay.
I don't know.
No, I said I'm feeling okay. I meant to say I'm feeling okay.
Nope. Don't know.
Oh, she's orange. Really? The last thing was that I just needed to say hello? How is that a key point? Come on. Come on now. I didn't learn anything new. I already knew her name was Mariana. Come on now. I found the key points. All right. Let's see. Who do we want to go with next? Start at the top. Here's Bryce. Let's see. Once again, we'll start off. Yes, Genocitus saying that maybe I should just start off with hello to everyone. Hello, Bryce.
I'm Bryce Hemmings. You must be the new doctor. Did you know Dr. Dekker?
No, I didn't know Dr. Dekker.
He was an antagonistic psycho. I hope you're not from the same school of thought.
I am from the same school of thought.
I didn't really like Dr. Dekker, and for quite a few reasons, actually. I'd rather talk about my own problems for now, though, if you don't mind.
Talk about your own problems. No? All right. Oh, this one has 2 stars.
I didn't really like Dr. Dekker.
All right, so why didn't he like Dr. Dekker, maybe?
I'd rather talk about my own problems for now, though, if you don't mind.
Why didn't you like Dr. Dekker?
Dr. Dekker would say one thing and do another. He would push me to do things I didn't want to do. He was getting worse towards the end. I'm surprised he didn't kill himself.
What did Dr. Dekker make you do?
I don't have anything for you.
Let's see. Well, I got rid of the 2 stars anyway. It still has 1 star, though.
Dr. Dekker would say one thing and do another.
Right. Push him to things he didn't want to do.
I didn't want to do. He was getting worse towards the end.
The end?
I'm surprised he didn't kill himself.
Getting worse?
No, sorry.
Did you kill Dr. Dekker?
I have no knowledge of that.
Did Dr. Dekker kill himself?
He wasn't a good man. I don't know how he could live with himself. Perhaps he couldn't.
Yeah, we got that one before. I remember that. Is this the guy with the 13th hour? Oh, this is extra hour guy? Tell me about the midnight hour. No. In the midnight hour, I feel your power. No. Okay. Time stop.
I can't help you there.
He has a camera? I guess that's one of the things he has in these clips. Nice camera. No. I guess we already asked about that. Alright, let's just try going for a hint. What? Oh, yeah, Henley Church. That name did come up before. Is that, he works as a grave digger, right? Was that the name of the church that he works at? Like, maybe that's the case. I don't remember what the response was that made him say that name, but what do you know about Henley Church?
Henley Church is relatively small. Well, for the number of bodies they expect us to pack into the ground, it's relatively small. The whole building was once owned by Scientologists, but they handed it back to the community as a tax break, I believe. Or they'd finished doing whatever it was they wanted to do with it.
What did the Scientologists want to do with Henley Church?
I'm not sure I believe in any religion anymore. I used to believe in God, but not anymore. There are too many religions to pick from, don't you think?
There's only one God you need to believe in, and he's sitting in front of you.
I'm not sure God would have given a man an extra hour a day. Not just a single man. My extra hour is a gift, but sometimes it's a curse.
Oh, right. Just like Monk.
I don't know.
Okay, so what did the Scientologists want to do with Henley Church? Does have 2 stars. Are you God? No. Let's just click on this one again.
I'm not sure I believe in any religion anymore. I used to believe in God, not anymore. There are too many religions to pick from.
Oh, that is a direct question, isn't it? Yes, there are too many religions. Religions. How about you and me get rid of some of them?
Then we agree. Have you watched Zeitgeist, Doctor? Some of it is believable, and the part about most religions stemming from the same basic facts. It's more likely they've all got it wrong than one of them has got it right.
I haven't... Oh, he went orange. He's orange now.
I have no knowledge of that.
All right. So we got him to orange by saying all the religions are bad. So I guess that's his thing for day 1 anyway. Let's head on to Claire. Oh right, this is the woman with the history of violence, and she's rich. Let's just get a hint to get us rolling. Talking about her husband, I guess. I should say hello to her. Hello. I already said hello. How did he almost die?
Sorry, Doctor, I can't answer that. I don't know anything about it.
Well, yeah, it's not how did he almost die, because why would you have ever used DOS?
My husband is not a well man. We've been having problems for a while now.
What kind of problems?
I should have divorced him. I wish I had. So much could have been avoided.
What could have been avoided?
Our altercation. The downfall since.
What altercation?
I tried to hurt David once. That's why I'm here, isn't it? I'm not proud of my behaviour, but I was very angry. It was a private matter, though. The police should never have been involved.
The police usually get involved in matters of attempted murder. No, okay. Do you have an anger problem?
I never used to get angry. Ever. If you're angry, you're not in control. Isn't that right? And it would be very bad for me to lose control.
Would I not like you when you're angry? No, I cannot ask about this. Are you in control?
No, that doesn't mean anything to me.
Do you have an anger problem does have 2 stars. Let me just watch that again.
I never used to get angry. Ever. If you're angry, you're not in control. Isn't that right? And it would be very bad for me to lose control.
When did you start getting angry? No, can't ask about that. Oh, Evil Walls suggesting, what makes you angry? No, can't ask about that. 2 people suggesting that I ask about losing control.
Let's save that for another time, shall we? I'm rich, but I'm not made of money, and I'm fairly sure my time is up.
No? We didn't go back to your dot. It should still be red. Your dot's still red, Claire, I'm sorry. I'm sorry your dot's still red.
I don't know anything about that, Doctor.
Let's see. What's his name? Yeah, Bryce. I could get Bryce in here to stop time so the session could keep going.
I don't have an answer to that.
Alright. Oh, the 2 stars are gone. Oh, no, there's a 2-star.
My husband is not a well man. We've been having problems for a while now.
Not well?
His health, if you can call it that, has been deteriorating rapidly in the last few weeks. I can't cope with caring for him anymore.
Aren't you rich? Why don't you hire a caretaker?
David's not ready for company. I hope to take you to see him one day and you'll see for yourself.
Let's go see David now. I cannot ask about that. Not well still has 2 stars.
His health, if you can call it that, has been deteriorating rapidly in the last few weeks. I can't cope with caring for him anymore.
What's wrong with David? No. Rapidly how do you spell deteriorate? Deteriorate or ating?
Since our altercation, he's become less and less active. His mind's become less and less active too. Such a delightful conversationalist at one time, now more of an enigmatic husk.
What did you do to David? Enigmatic husk? Is David actually dead? Not well still has 2 stars.
His health, if you can call it that, has been deteriorating rapidly in the last few weeks. I can't cope with caring for him anymore.
Cope?
David has trouble looking after himself. Sometimes I'll leave the lake house and he's just sitting in the rocking chair on the porch. And when I return the next evening, he's still there, just staring into the stars. He needs help, I know, but I can't hire anybody to care for him.
Well, I did ask about that, but Cope does have 2 stars. Staring at the stars?
Sorry, Doctor, I can't answer that. I don't know anything about it.
All right, let's look at this again.
David has
Trouble looking after himself.
Sometimes I'll leave the lake house and
Maybe mention the lake house.
And when I return,
Mention the rocking chair.
Evening, he's still there, just staring into the stars. He needs help, I know, but I can't hire anybody to care for him.
Lake house?
David's staying at the lake house. It belonged to my parents, but I don't use it much anymore. I have the main house to myself.
Oh, there we go. She went orange. She went orange. Okay, so we know that David is at the lake house. He can't care for himself. And Claire just doesn't really want to hire anyone because she feels that David can't handle it. David's deteriorating because of the altercation. And Claire just can't deal. Let's talk to Ellen. Of course, you know what we have to say, just in case we didn't. We did. Okay. Let's get a hint and to get the ball rolling and see what we need to talk about. She'd ask if I'd want to sleep through the last days on Earth. I should answer yes or no. So, I mean, that depends, really. I believe my answer to this is the alternative pain, and I guess she didn't answer that. Yes, I would sleep through my last days on Earth.
I wouldn't. I'd want to see every sunrise and every sunset. I'd want to feel every breath. Everything gets more vivid near death.
What are you even talking about?
I'd really like to be able to answer you, but I don't know what to say.
Vivid?
I'm really bad at this, aren't I? Ask me something else.
Do you worship death?
No, sorry, I don't know.
No, I wouldn't sleep through my last days on Earth.
I don't know. I feel like I'm the weakest link or something.
Let's see. Let's just go through these responses. Nothing I have right now has 2 stars, but we're looking for Elin. Looking through these responses. I wonder if there's a way to just filter out everyone else except the person you're looking for. It seems like, oh, tell me about your stress has 2 stars.
It can be sad sometimes. I don't like losing a patient, but that's the job. I don't get stressed about it or anything.
And I asked her, what is my name after that? That seems like an odd segue. You don't get stressed? Nah. You lose patience?
3 last month.
We got this one
3
before.
the month before that, I think. But only 1 so far this month, so that's good. Although one of my patients, Hilda, I don't think she's got long.
You lose patience now has 2 stars. Tell me about Hilda.
She's one of the crotchety ones.
And we got this one too.
Always swearing and spitting at me. Never got anything nice to say. Thinks we're going to smother her in her sleep or something. She doesn't bother me though.
Oh, you lose patience no longer has 2 stars. I guess that's what we needed to ask about, but I still don't have what we need from stress.
It can be sad sometimes.
Sad.
I don't like losing a patient.
We asked about losing patients.
But that's the job.
The job.
I don't get stressed about it or anything.
We did ask about her job before. The job?
I don't know. Sorry.
Your job?
I'd really like to be able to answer you, but I don't know what to say.
When are you going to kill Hilda? Kilda. No, can't ask about that. Sad? No, can't ask about that. Not sad?
I haven't really got anything to say about that. Maybe we should talk about you.
Let me look at this again.
It can be sad sometimes.
Sad sometimes.
I don't like losing a patient.
Okay.
But that's the job.
Right.
I don't get stressed about it or anything.
I feel like we've asked about a bunch of things here. The Shrike suggesting I ask, how do you lose patience? Cannot ask about that. Want to go to the beach and watch someone black out?
I don't know anything about that.
Tell me about your job.
No, sorry.
Can't understand that. I know we've asked about the job. She works at a hospice. Tell me about the hospice.
I'm really bad at this, aren't I? Ask me something else.
Is David a patient at the hospice?
I'd really like to be able to answer you, but I don't know what to say.
Are you feeling stressed right now? I think I'm just gonna ask it for a hint because I'm not really sure what I need to be asking about right now. Oh, Charm Caser is mentioning that I should check my notes. All right, let's take a look. So anything about Elin? So the only thing about her is that we did say that it said that Terry was calling. So we asked about that. Who is Terry? We asked about that. You better call Terry back. Nah, that name I think is only going to lead to that. Honorific suggests that she came to Dekker to talk about her stress. Are you here because of stress? Did you talk to Dekker about stress? Come clean about your stress. No, just using the word stress is going to go to that one. Tell me about your stress. Tell me about Dr. Dekker. Talked about that. That only has 1 star. Did you kill Dr. Dekker? What did you think of Dr. Dekker? Objection.
No, sorry, I don't know.
Wrong game. Alright, I'm gonna go for a hint. She mentioned dating shows. Oh, I don't even remember that. When did she mention that? It has nothing to do with stress. She mentioned dating shows. She looking for a relationship. Are you looking for a relationship?
I'm not really looking for love at the moment. I'm sort of married to my work, but in a good way.
How is your work in bed?
I haven't really got anything to say about that. Maybe we should talk about you.
Yeah, that joke didn't really work. Let's see. Have you considered getting a divorce from your work?
I don't know. Sorry.
Are you looking for a relationship has no stars? It has no stars. Is there? I don't know if there's something we should pursue down that area. The Shrike is suggesting that I ask, how often do you take a break?
I don't know. I feel like I'm the weakest link or something.
The Admiral 4 is asking, did we ask why she's not stressed? I could ask that. Why aren't you stressed? That just leads back to tell me about your stress. I can't mention the word stress without it doing that. I'm going to look at that answer again.
It can be sad sometimes.
Can be sad sometimes.
I don't like losing a patient.
Don't like losing a
But
patient.
that's the job. I don't get stressed about it or anything.
Rinsky the Hero is suggesting that I ask, how do you keep calm?
No, sorry.
Do you feel emotions?
I don't know anything about that.
Let's see. Krajk suggests that I say, how do you take losing patience? I'm pretty sure I asked about losing patience, though. Yeah, you lose patience. Do you have anxiety?
No, sorry, I don't know.
Huh. I'm going to ask another hint, because I'm not really... Again, we have this 2-star answer, tell me about your stress, and I can't tell. It's not a long answer. There's not much information in that answer. Yet it says it's 2 stars, and I'm not sure what to follow up on that with. Is she lying about... Am I just supposed to ask her if she's lying about that? Alright. Are you lying about being stressed?
It's not the job that stresses me. It's the people I work with, the other nurses. They're mean to me.
How are they mean to you?
They call me the Angel of Death because so many patients have died on my shift.
I think we've heard this.
I don't think they mean it. Obviously, it's not my fault. It just seems to happen that way.
Oh, she's orange. I guess we didn't hear that exactly. I'm pretty sure we heard the Angel of Death thing before, but it must have been a different answer, I guess. Papa November is saying keep that in mind. Asking about lying can change the way it interprets keywords, so I can accuse people of lying using keywords that I've already used. Asterberry is saying when we get stuck, we need to just start accusing people of lying, just like in real life. This is how therapy works. Let's go to Nathan. One more red dot. And yep, there's Big Nate. Let's look at the responses. Let's see, Nathan was the one who was living the same day over and over. That's who he was. Here's Nathan's answers. Were you going to have a Warcraft-themed wedding? That's right, that got an answer. What tragic event? Let's see what this was.
I didn't see the driver. It was my fault. I pulled out and the lorry just rammed me. Well, Hannah. She was sat next to me. I was in shock, obviously. And when I came to, she was so close to me. It was like she was trying to hug me. But it wasn't right. Not natural. Bits of metal pushing through her. That was 5 years ago.
Do you feel that Hannah's death was your fault? Nope. Apparently I asked about that. Bits of metal?
No. Sorry.
Are you lying about Hannah? I guess not. Was Hannah's death really tragic, or did you actually enjoy it?
I don't have an answer to that question, as always.
Oh, Malicus SA suggesting that I say hello. It looks like I did say hello. Oh, what is your problem is 2 stars as well.
It's like those montages you get in movies. Time passes, you wake up, shave, if you feel like it, shower, get dressed. What's the point? You get this day over and over. Nothing changes. Am I in purgatory, Doctor?
Did I answer that directly? Let's see. Yes, you are in purgatory. No, I guess not. How many times has this happened?
You asked me that yesterday. I didn't have an answer for you then either.
So only 2 statements that we've seen that has 2 stars. Let's see. Have you tried killing yourself? Because, of course, Bill Murray did this in Groundhog Day.
Sorry.
No.
Got nothing.
He hasn't tried that. Brad Shoemaker in the chat is saying that I should ask him about hugs. Do you like hugs? Are you a huggy person?
What? I don't know.
Aselo suggests that maybe I should word it as suicide. Have you committed suicide?
I don't know anything about that.
He does not know. Moxandra says maybe ask him about conversations you've already had or repeating. I feel like I've tried that, but the wording might have been different. So let's see. Are we repeating a conversation?
I don't have anything to say.
No. Black Yoshi saying, ask if he's seen Groundhog Day. We have asked that. He did have a response to that. He has watched Groundhog Day. Let's see. Do you think that Hannah was happy to die because it meant she wouldn't need to see you again? No. I can't ask that. Did you... I already asked, did you kill Dr. Dekker? Can't ask that again. What did you think of Dr. Dekker? Well, I asked a bunch of questions. Someone is asking, Craig is saying, did we ask about the driver? Let's see. Who was the driver of the lorry?
You asked me that yesterday. I didn't have an answer for you then either.
5 years ago? No, can't ask about 5 years. I'm going to go for a hint. Let's see. Is he here because of the accident? I guess I'll ask that. Are you here because of the accident?
I've been shrunk for that already. If I had that day again, I wouldn't make the same mistake. Hannah would still be alive. We'd probably have a family by now. I haven't had any relationships since then.
All right, let's go to the top. Only 1 star for that one. Relationships?
I don't know anything about that.
Start dating again.
Sorry, got nothing.
Let's go on a date.
I don't know. Sorry.
If we go on a date on a day that repeats, then you would get to have a first date with me many times, which makes you very lucky.
I don't have anything to say about that.
Time loop?
What? I don't know.
Alright, let's go for another hint. That first one really didn't take us anywhere. He said nothing changes, but surely that can't be true. Oh, do I need to tell him he's lying? You're lying about nothing changing.
I can't answer that.
Something must change.
I don't have an answer to that question, as always.
This can't be true.
No. Sorry.
Tell me the truth.
You asked me that yesterday. I didn't have an answer for you then either.
Guy Fieri's beard is saying I should just say you're lying.
I can't answer.
Nope. That did not work. How do I word this? He says nothing changes, but that can't be true. Nothing changes, but that can't be true.
Sometimes.
Oh my
It's
god.
different. Sometimes the bird song will change. Or
No, I've heard this
the
one.
weather will be
He did say this.
Or that person who nodded at you yesterday doesn't do it today. But it doesn't usually change. You need a tragic event for change. Like a murder.
Oh, he's orange. I know we've heard that one. I'm positive we saw that one before. I remember that. Maybe I'm living a day over and over, because I know I've heard that response. Huh. Anyway, we've gotten all orange dots. Puppy Palooza, did I watch the Giant Bomb Quick Look? Oh, yes. Okay, yeah. I did watch the Giant Bomb Quick Look. I did. That's probably why I'm remembering things that we didn't hear in this game. That I forgot that I watched that video. Yes, okay. That is why. All right. We got all orange. Let's see. Oh, anything in my notes? Nope, nothing in my notes. Now, of course, I could continue asking to get them green, but if I did that, I would risk losing my sanity. So we're going to continue to the calendar. Am I sure? Yeah.
Oh, Doctor, glad I caught you. I thought you might want to hear what Ben had to say. Quick catch up?
Oh, hey Jaya, what's going on? Okay. What did Ben have to say?
I'm not sure Ben will be coming in for a while. He's still pretty shook up about finding the body. I'm surprised it doesn't happen more often in the line of work he's in. Anyway, he said he found the body at exactly 20 minutes past 10. For some reason, the first thing he did was look at his watch. That's all he'd say before he'd shut down. And the police weren't very talkative either.
Yeah, I mean, if I found a body, I think probably the first thing I would do is look at my watch as well. I look at my watch a lot. Anyway, let's see. 20 minutes past 10?
I don't know what Dr. Dekker was doing here, and my services weren't required that evening. He'd often stay late though, so it wasn't that unusual.
Why did he stay late? No. Just look at that
I'm
again.
not sure Ben will
He
be
shook
here
up.
for a while. He's still pretty shook up about finding the body. I'm surprised it doesn't happen more often.
Okay,
in the
what line of work is he in?
Anyway, he said he found the body at exactly 20 minutes past 10. For some reason, the first thing he did was look at his watch. That's all he'd say before he'd shut down.
Shut down.
Police weren't very talkative either.
Police. What line of work is Ben in?
Sorry, didn't you know? Ben's one of the night shift cleaners. I'm sure he's got some tales he could tell.
Yes, tales of cleaning the facilities at night. Let's see. Guy Fieri's beard is suggesting that I ask, what did the police say?
The police wanted to know what I was doing Valentine's night, you know, when the body was found. I was at home, all on my lonesome. So I guess that makes me a suspect.
All right, so you know what I have to ask next. Did you kill Dr. Dekker?
I wouldn't say we were best friends, but we did spend a lot of time together. There's only 2 of us that work here. I'm sure we'll become friends too, Doctor. Just try not to get murdered.
Do all of your friends get murdered?
I wasn't really in his social circle, so I don't know if he had any friends. In terms of enemies, I heard things get heated in his office sometimes, but I won't name any names.
Name all of the names.
Susan.
Oh,
Annabelle,
okay.
Melissa. There are some names. But they're not names of anyone I know.
Let's see. Let's go back to what did Ben have to say, because that has 2 stars.
I'm not sure Ben will be coming in for a while.
Okay, shook
Still
up.
pretty shook up about
Finding the body.
I'm surprised it doesn't
We
happen
asked about
more
that.
often in the line of work he's in. Anyway,
We've asked about that.
Found the body at exactly 20 minutes past 10. For some reason, the first thing he did was look at his
We could
watch.
ask about the watch.
That's all he'd say before he'd shut down. And the police weren't very talkative either.
Shook up?
Sorry, that doesn't mean anything to me.
Watch?
I don't know, Doctor.
Ben's watch?
I can't answer that.
Shut down?
I'd like to help, but I don't know anything about that.
Let's see. The police also have 2 stars.
The police wanted to know what I was doing.
Okay, Valentine's night.
You know, when the body was found. I was at home.
Ask about the body.
All on my lonesome. So I guess that makes me a suspect.
Let's see. Valentine's night.
Yes, you know, the 14th of February, the day of love. Or remembering a massacre. Whichever's more you.
You are quite an actress, aren't you? You are just acting it up. Acting up a storm. We still did not get rid of the 2 stars. Lonesome?
I think the police want you to make a short list of suspects, or maybe even find the killer. You're seeing all the patients that were on the books when he was killed. There was no forced entry, so they think it might be someone he knew, or someone who had access to the office. Yeah, like little old me. Do you think I'm a suspect, Doctor?
Yes, you are an enormous suspect.
Oh, well, I wasn't expecting that. I suppose everyone's a suspect at the moment, even you. They did mention I needed grief counselling, though, and I said you'd sort me out. I know you didn't agree, but I thought I'd let you know. That's very kind of you.
Okay, I will sort you out.
Sorry, I don't have a clue.
Let's see. Oh, police. The 2 stars are gone. What did Ben have to say? Still is 2 stars. Alright, let's go back to that. Oh, wait, I don't have to do that. I just have to click on that.
I'm not sure Ben will be coming in for a while. He's still pretty shook up about finding the body. I'm surprised it doesn't happen more often in the line of work he's in.
Yeah, ask about the body.
He said he found the
Like
body
I think that's pretty much the only thing from this answer that we didn't ask about that. Ask about
the
yet.
first thing he did was look at his watch. That's all he'd say before he'd shut down. The police weren't very talkative either.
The body?
Yes. Ben found Dr. Dekker's body on Valentine's night in his office. In your office.
Okay, Jai is orange. We oranged her. So, now we know that where Dekker was, where his body was found. And we know when it was found. We know who found it. And I guess we just might as well ask while we're here, how did Dr. Dekker die?
I don't know exactly, but a stabbing of some kind. We'll be getting the autopsy through at some point. I'll let you know when.
All right, so now we found out he was stabbed. Notes. Dr. Dekker was killed on Valentine's Day. I should ask the patients where they were that day. All right. Well, we're orange, so I guess we're going to continue on.
I'm having a loop day.
Oh, it's only him. It's only Nathan. A loop day?
It's a do-over day. You won't remember. What's the name of your assistant again?
My assistant's name is Jaya.
You didn't know that yesterday. Can you remember where I met Hannah?
Wait, how is this a loop day if I didn't know that yesterday? Shouldn't I have answered the same thing? Let's see. Did you say where did you meet Hannah?
You didn't know that yesterday. Can you remember where I met Hannah?
I don't think I asked you about that. I know where she died. I know where Hannah died.
I'm not sure that's the answer I'm looking for.
No, I don't know where you met Hannah.
I'm not sure that's the answer I'm looking for.
Yes, I do know where you met Hannah.
I'm not sure that's the answer I'm looking for.
What is the answer you're looking for?
I'm not sure that's the answer I'm looking for.
Where did you meet Hannah?
I'm not sure that's the answer I'm looking for.
You're just making fun of me now.
I'm not sure that's the answer I'm looking for.
Alright, let's go back to this.
You didn't know that yesterday. Can you remember where I met Hannah?
No.
I'm not sure that's the answer I'm looking for.
No, I can't remember.
I'm not sure that's the answer I'm looking for.
Why is there only one clip of... Now, people are saying that he said he met her at the school. How would I mean, I don't remember that myself. But if the chat wasn't here, How would I know that? How would I get past this? Because it's not in the notes. It doesn't mention Nate and Hannah. You met Hannah at school.
Well done, Doctor. Yeah, we met at secondary. Wouldn't it be funny if my day loops if you fail to get a question right?
Yeah, that would be very funny.
I'm not sure that's the answer I'm looking for.
Let's take a look at that
Well
again.
done, Doctor. Yeah, we met at secondary. Wouldn't it be funny if my day loops if you fail to get a question right?
So he's asking a direct question. I'm not sure how I should answer that. Secondary?
I'm not sure that's the answer I'm looking for.
Mm-hmm. I get all questions right.
I'm not sure that's the answer I'm looking for.
Where were you on Valentine's night?
I'm not sure that's the answer I'm looking for.
It's being suggested that I answer just yes or no. Yes?
I'm not sure that's the answer I'm looking for.
No?
I'm not sure that's the answer I'm looking for.
Say something else. I don't care what it is.
I'm not sure that's the answer I'm looking for.
It's being suggested I type, yes, it would be funny.
I suppose it's funny for you.
Oh, come on.
You won't remember. Anyway, I think I'll probably head home. This isn't helping.
Clearly it's not. Oh, now I'm just back on the title screen? I guess I'll continue.
I'm having a loot day.
Apparently so am I. Yes, it would be funny.
It's interesting. Almost like... No. It can't be possible.
What can't be possible? Possible.
Just... You responded to something I said yesterday. Like, you can remember it. Are you having my loot days, Doctor?
Yes, I am having your loop days.
I don't understand.
Yes.
I'm not sure that's the answer I'm looking for.
Yes, I am.
I'm not sure that's the answer I'm looking for.
Secondary.
Yeah, at secondary school. It's been fun, but... I've got a pill.
What's that pill?
Dr. Dekker gave me this pill. He told me if I took it, I'd never have another loot day. It's got a small skull and crossbones on it. Should I take the tablet, Doctor?
Yes, take the tablet right now.
Okay. Okay. See you on the flip side. Mom?
All right, we did it. So now Nathan will never have any problems ever again. Nothing in my notes. Let's continue on.
I'm having a loot day.
I thought you took the pill. Did you not take the pill?
I never mentioned a pill this time, or a tablet. What the hell is going on here? Are you reliving my days?
Yes.
I'm not sure that's the answer I'm looking for.
Yes, I am reliving your days.
Something somewhere has changed since you arrived Like some kind of sim theory.
Sim theory?
It's a thing. Some professor believes we could be living inside a computer simulation and someone is controlling us. And there are millions of these sims. And someone somewhere behind a keyboard is just causing havoc. I'm starting to think you have that keyboard, Doctor. Wait, don't answer that. I don't want to know.
All right. I guess let's move on.
At midnight each day.
On Valentine's night,
Time as you know it freezes.
20 minutes past 10.
Keep up, Doctor.
Thinks we're going to smother her in her sleep.
I'm a grave digger, Doctor.
I was at home,
David is my husband.
all on my lonesome.
Stabbed him with a steak knife.
Nothing changes.
I'm a qualified angel of death.
When I'm dancing,
You get this day over and over.
Hilda,
I black out,
I don't think she's got long.
And Laurie just...
naked on the beach.
Hannah.
Is that it for today?
Ooh, deja vu. Are you sitting in exactly the same place I left you last night? Oh, that's where it all starts, Doctor. Anyway, do you think you can fit me in today? Looking at the diary, it's just the usual suspects, and you must be getting sick of them already. I've got this for you, too. It's some more footage from Professor Alderby that was hiding away. Well, come find me if you need anything.
We've moved on today, too. We have someone else, Lacey. Lacey and Jasmine, but they're both orange. We have Bryce, Claire, Ellen, Mariana, and Nathan. And we got evidence of something. Can I look at that evidence? Is there anything in my notes? What was that? No? All right. Well, I should ask the patients where they were on Valentine's Day. Where were you on Valentine's Day?
Can't help you. Sorry.
I misspelled day, but let me just check. It does specifically say Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day?
I was at Henley Church on Valentine's Day, visiting Hannah's grave. It was the anniversary of her death. Her parents wanted a huge funeral with all the trimmings. Hannah would never have come for it. It does give me somewhere to visit. I got to write the epitaph.
All right. Well, some people are mentioning that there is something new. Yeah, right. Okay. There is a puzzle piece on here. It says clues. Alderby footage.
Nothing, of course. The faculty thinks I've gone loopy, like some kind of spongy Mobius strip. That's why I'm here, isn't it, Dr. Dekker? Him, God, the great old one, the elder god, Cthulhu, however you address him. Listen to me! You're not listening! It's your only bloody job! Well, let's call him God. He creates this world for his amusement, something he can play with and occasionally alter to suit his mood. God loves chaos, but something goes wrong. Man and woman evolve. What was once chaotic becomes, well, more ordered. Without chaos, he has less power. When there's too much order, he becomes impotent. So he needs to instill chaos again. And do you know how he does this? No. And yes, but you're being too granular. He needs chaos so he can return, and the only thing stopping him is you. Not just you. You and people like you. Psychiatrists, doctors, nurses. Anyone who is caring for people who are losing their sanity. You have no comprehension how important your job is, do you? He doesn't need your version of insanity to spread. He needs chaos. It's not the same. It's just a means to an end. They're not all cultists, unfortunately. Once you see the truth, it's hard not to spread chaos yourself, to cause further insanity and harm your own. I doubt it. But can I make you question your reality? Definitely. But in doing so, I would be promoting more chaos. On the basis the central component of our universe is chaos, science can only document a perception of the chaos at any one given moment in time, as by definition, chaos is unpredictable from one moment to the next, which means that at any given moment, we can choose to alter our perception of the world, no matter how much chaos that would cause. In 10 seconds' time, there will be no gravity in this room, and we will float. 3, 2, 1. You think nothing happened. Where's your glass, Doctor?
Well, we're remaining on a black screen. Oh, there we go. I guess the premise is that the reason that elder gods are not stomping around in the world today is because of improved medical health science. I guess that's the concept. That's original. Can't remember hearing that before. Anything in our notes? No. Let's ask everyone where they were on Valentine's Day, since that is the thing that we're supposed to be asking. Valentine's Day?
I didn't have anything to do on Valentine's Day. I washed my hair and I walked along the beach for the whole night. It's actually true.
So no alibi, I guess. Valentine's Day?
Actually, I had a hot date. It wasn't anything serious, just some guy I know. But it was a nice date, different to what I'm used to.
Who was the guy?
His name is Max. He's really sweet, but I don't see a future between us. He's not really my type.
Let's go up to Claire. What was she doing on Valentine's Day?
The day Dr. Dekker was killed, I had a session with him in the morning at my usual time, 11 o'clock. That was the last time I saw him.
All right, then I guess she wasn't, so it was 11 o'clock, and this would have been in the day, so from that, she wouldn't have been in the office that night, I guess, unless she came back with murder on her mind. Bryce, where were you on Valentine's Day?
I spent most of Valentine's Day at the art gallery. Well, the evening part, anyway. They had a display with the theme, Love Conquers All. I didn't get most of the paintings, but they were well done.
All right, so it doesn't sound like he was with anyone, but he was in the art gallery. Now, who's this? Jasmine. Who are you, Jasmine? Appear on the... You're not appearing on the screen, Jasmine. There you are. Sit down. Sit down, please. We have not seen you yet. Jasmine, please stop fading out of frame. All right, I'm going to ask you about Valentine's Day.
We had a display in the gallery based on Love Conquers All, so I had to work. Mainly it was a collection of giant hearts sat on things, but I ran into another patient, Bryce. I'd never really spoken with him before, but he's quite an art critic. I couldn't get rid of him until I finished work at 11. There's actually another guy who takes over on the night shift. I'm not sure if he kept talking to Bryce though. Providence is open 24 hours.
All right, so she can vouch that Bryce was there, and She says that they stopped talking at 11, I guess, so that would have been after Dr. Dekker was killed. So if that's true, I guess Jasmine and Bryce are not suspects. Oh, and people are saying I'm very rude and I should type hello.
I'm Jasmine. I don't come in that often. What happened to Dr. Dekker?
Dr. Dekker was murdered.
Oh. When? How? Sorry, you probably don't know, do you?
He was stabbed to death on Valentine's Day.
Ouch. I didn't really know him that well. I'm trying to remember what I was doing on Valentine's Day now.
You just told me.
Nope.
All right. And the important thing is it seems like Jasmine and Bryce were talking with each other. And I did get a note. It's true. Let's see. I should tell Jasmine that Dekker was stabbed. So I just did that. And she said, ouch! It's quite a reaction. What about Lacey? I'll say hello to her.
I'm Lacey Hendricks. So you don't know about me then?
No, I don't know about you then.
Where to start? My next door neighbour in Jobson Hill, where I live, she was murdered. 80, and they diversion burgled her. But she was wise to it and started calling the police. They slit her throat with a bread knife. So I started a neighbourhood watch.
That's wonderful. But what were you doing on Valentine's Day?
I was at Henley Church. They had a service that ran right up till midnight. For us less fortunates without a love in their life. Well, now. Do you have someone, Doctor? Do you have a love in your life?
So, I guess Nathan, he said he was at the church. No, I don't have a love in my life.
Garden Club. You should come with me one night. It's a lovely way to meet new people.
Yes, I will come to the garden club.
Have you been listening to me? Ask me something about my problem.
What's your problem?
That's not really a question I can answer.
Now you're just being difficult now. Anyway, so let's see. Jasmine and Bryce seem like they can cover for each other. Lacey and Nathan, I guess, can cover for each other. Claire, and Elin and Mariana were all on her own, I guess, on their own. Let's see. Are you lying to me about Valentine's Day? Did you kill Dr. Dekker?
We went out for drinks. Didn't you know? He said it was a breach of something or the other, but I can be pretty persuasive when I want to be. Shh.
What was that? Shh. Extended close-up and not saying anything. You went for drinks, but I thought you don't drink.
Just ask me one thing, Doctor.
Why are you lying to me, Mariana?
Sorry, no. I think your button's undone.
My button is flawless.
Yeah, you've a button undone.
My buttons are all done. Which button? I can't ask about buttons. So did you kill Dr. Dekker actually has 2 stars?
We went out for drinks. Didn't you know? He said it was a breach of something or the other, but...
Okay. You went out for drinks?
Yeah, drinks. I think Dr. Dekker ordered neat whiskey. I had water. I don't drink.
Alright, so I guess that's still not a contradiction, since she is continuing to say that she does not drink. Water, huh?
I don't know. I like it when you ask me how I am.
Neat whiskey, huh?
I guess it was a couple of days before Valentine's Day. It wasn't a date or anything. I noticed in our sessions that he'd been acting a little strange. He just didn't seem right. I wanted to find out what was wrong.
Would you say he was Doctor Strange?
For a lot of our sessions, he would be pretty impartial. A passive listener. But towards the end, he liked interfering. Like, he wanted to push me over the edge.
What edge?
Don't know. It's cold in here.
Interfering?
I'm not sure how this therapy thing works, but if you're talking to a guy who wants to jump off a cliff, don't tell him to jump.
Do you want to jump off of a cliff?
It's just an example. I'm not a guy. I don't want to jump off a cliff.
Are you sure? I think you want to jump off of a cliff into the nice warm ocean. No, I cannot ask this. Are you cold because it's warm under the sea?
It's a bit chilly in here. The leather's not warm either.
Cold leather? No. Well, not really anything on that. Did you kill Dr. Dekker? Still has 2 stars.
We went out for drinks. Didn't you know?
I know now.
He said it was a breach of something.
A breach, maybe.
I can be pretty persuasive when I want to be.
Breach or persuasive, maybe. Breach?
You know, like a breach of ethics or something. Girl doesn't ask for details.
Details?
Nope.
How many ethics were breached?
I don't know.
Persuasive?
No idea. Is that a dance move?
The persuade bee? Yes, it is, but that's not actually what I wanted to ask about.
I know, it's pretty hard to believe, isn't it? I feel pretty ugly. But I think I have a nice smile.
Mind games. Your smile is nice.
Lots of people find me attractive, but I've seen something truly beautiful. Makes me feel dull by comparison.
What did you see?
No idea.
Did you see Cthulhu?
Sorry, say that again?
Is Cthulhu beautiful?
I have a recurring dream where I find something beautiful in the sea. But I don't know you that well yet, Doctor. Let's wait a while before I tell you my most intimate secrets.
Sorry to cut in, Doctor.
Well,
I've just had a
don't
phone
do
call
that.
from a solicitor.
Ben's trying to sue us for nervous shock. Should I go and see him to talk it out, or should I find a solicitor to represent us? Sorry to be pushy, I just think we should act quickly before it's too late. Okay, well, just let me know.
Okay, is anything added to my notes because of that? No. Oh, it does say I thought Mariana said she didn't drink, but she kind of handled that by saying she was drinking water. And apparently I cannot respond to Jaya unless she's here. Oh yeah, she's there. She has appeared. For right now, though, let's do this. I thought you said you didn't drink. I cannot ask about that, because I was already rectified. Oh, is Cthulhu beautiful? Has 2 stars. What did you find in the sea?
Clueless.
Yeah, let's look at that again.
I have a recurring dream.
Recurring
where
dream.
I find
Something beautiful in the sea.
beautiful in the sea.
In the house of Relia.
But I don't know you that well yet, Doctor. Let's wait a while before I tell you my most intimate
secrets. Recurring dream.
Wouldn't you like to know? Is our session up now?
Apparently not. Intimate secrets. Cannot ask about this. Oh, the 2 stars are gone from Is Cthulhu Beautiful? Let's see. Oh, so yes, that's correct. Honorific in the chat is asking, what about the date we're supposed to have?
Don't ask me. I don't know.
I guess she doesn't remember. Doesn't have a very long memory, I guess. K-Vector is saying I should say hello. Okay. Hello, Mariana.
I haven't been back to the beach since our last session, and no blackouts. New Doctor and new hope. You're much better behaved than Dr. Dekker.
All right. Hello got 2 stars. No blackouts? Okay. You haven't gone back to the beach?
I haven't been back to the beach since our last session. Kind of missed it.
Was Dr. Dekker not behaved?
Dr. Dekker dated his patients. That's not good behavior, is it?
It is not good behavior.
Don't ask me. I don't know.
All right. So you haven't gone back to the beach, and was Dr. Dekker not behaved? Both have 2 stars. Dr. Dekker dated his patients?
I think her name was Scarlet? One of his patients, an older woman. I guess that's how he liked them.
Oh, she's orange. Mariana is now orange. Let's go up to Jaya. Hello, Jaya.
I don't know.
All right. You should go get the solicitor, probably.
I'm not trying to hide anything. I just don't know.
Oh, we're not talking about that? Tell me about Ben.
So, should I get a solicitor, or shall we try and talk it out with him?
Get a solicitor.
I think we should get a solicitor.
Yes.
I know the perfect firm. I'll do it all. Don't worry about it. And that's why we've got insurance for these kinds of things anyway. But the cheek of it.
People are saying that I misspelled hello. Hello?
Hey, you. Thanks for helping me with this grief thing. I'm not sure I have it, though.
What don't you have?
I think you might be barking up the wrong tree there.
grief thing.
Oh, I don't really know where to start. I feel a bit numb. Maybe we should just talk about him.
Him?
I've got no idea what you're talking about. Sorry.
Numb?
It hadn't even been a year. He was a quiet, solitary man. A good listener, as I suppose you'd need to be. His confidence did grow as time wore on, but that's what you'd expect after you've fitted in. I mainly miss our chats. He used to work late with me and tell me things about the patients, things that I probably shouldn't have heard, but did. What do you think of the patients? Nah, perhaps you shouldn't say. You can ask me. Go on, I'll tell you what I think.
What do you think of the patients?
Most of the patients are suspects, according to the police. Almost all the patients are referred, and some of them are privates, but Dr. Dekker didn't introduce any of them.
That has no stars. Numb still does have 2 stars, however. This chat is saying that I should ask about Scarlet, alright? Scarlet?
I can't help you with that, sorry.
Apparently she does not know who Scarlet was. Oh, but Sumabomo is asking, do you know who Dr. Dekker was dating? Apparently not. Dr. Dekker? No. Honorific says I should ask about patients by name. Okay. What do you think about Mariana?
Mariana is a special girl. You know, there's something about her that just makes you want to follow her. Maybe that's what a trendsetter looks like.
Follow her into the ocean, maybe. All right. What do you think about Nathan?
Oh, I just want to cuddle Nathan all up. He's such a mess. He's always in the same clothes. You know, he barely talks to me, though. It's the same hello every time. He reminds me of Tom.
Who is Tom?
Tom was a quiet mess, like Nathan. Youngish, in his early 20s. He taught piano, but he did have a strange hobby.
What was Tom's hobby?
Tom liked to base jump. That's basically falling from a huge building or mountain and pulling your parachute before you hit the ground. He started to think he could fly. Dr. Dekker tried to talk him out of it, but Tom had to prove his point. So one day, Tom decided to base jump without a parachute. Can you guess what happened?
What happened to Tom? Did Tom fly? I bet Tom flew to the moon. Man, I'm jealous of Tom, what with him learning to fly. Well, I guess we're done talking about Tom. Oh, actually, no. Tom's hobby still has 2 stars. Base jumping?
Sorry, Doctor. I don't know.
Okay, let's talk about that.
Tom
liked to base jump.
That's basically falling from a huge building or mountain and pulling your parachute before you hit the ground.
Right.
He started to think he could fly.
Okay.
Dr. Dekker tried to talk him out of it, but Tom had to prove his point.
Maybe prove his
so
point.
One day, Tom decided to
base jump without a parachute.
Without a parachute. Can you guess what happened?
Or maybe that's a direct question. Yes, I can guess what happened.
It's very interesting that you asked me that. It's not something I can answer, though.
No, I can't guess what happened.
I don't know about that, Doctor.
What do you think about Elin?
Elin seems like a lovely person. I'm not really sure why she's here.
All right. Let me look at the names of the patients. Hold on. What do you think about Bryce?
I think Bryce has a lot of misdirected anger. I don't think I like him that much. You know, sometimes when things overrun, he's outside waiting for you, and he stares at me as if he's undressing me with his eyes. You know, he's not the first person that's done that, but still, you know, it feels worse coming from him.
And of course, we do know about Bryce and his time stopping. Let's see. What do you think about Claire?
Claire seems to be shaken by something. You know, I offer her drinks every time she comes in, but she always refuses them. It's as if she just wants to come in, get her session over with, and then run off to do something else. It's a bit rude, isn't it?
Yes, it is a bit rude.
I don't know anything about that, I'm afraid.
Okay. Let's see. What do you think about Lacey?
I don't know about that, Doctor.
Is Lacey not a real person? What do you think about Jasmine Min?
I can't help you with that, sorry.
All right, only one. Jaya? What do you think about Jaya?
Sorry, Doctor, I don't know.
I misspelled that. What do you think about Jaya?
I don't know anything about that, I'm afraid.
Okay, so we've gone through all of the what do you think about. Let me just remind myself, what did he say about Valentine's Day? Probably need to ask about the church.
I was at Henley Church.
Yeah, Henley Church.
Valentine's Day, visiting Hannah's grave. It was the anniversary of her death. Her parents wanted a huge funeral with all the trimmings. Hannah would never have come for it. It does give me somewhere to visit. I got to write the epitaph.
Epitaph?
We walk alone without our angel.
Oh, did I not say hello?
Hello again, Doctor. I had a bit of a shaky loop incident, but let's not talk about it. Yesterday, I set fire to Hannah's clothes in the garden. I just wanted the day to move forward. I instantly regretted it. And lo and behold, here we are, a new day. Hannah's clothes are a pile of ashes.
Did you take the pill?
Sorry, I don't know. Is it me, or did it just really get cold in here?
Let's see. Let me remind myself about the names again. Did you see Jasmine at Henley Church?
I left Henley Church about 11 o'clock on Valentine's Day. I was talking to an archaeologist who said it uncovered some fossils resembling a strange cephalopod-like creature. Strange place to find an octopus, really. What? Do you think I've got something to do with Dr. Dekker's murder? Maybe you should ask your assistant who Dekker saw that day.
Yes, I think you killed Dr. Dekker.
Dr. Dekker felt that Hannah was holding me back. The memories of Hannah. In his opinion, I was holding on to the past. So I guess he cursed me, if that's even a thing.
Dr. Dekker cursed you?
Yes, Dr. Dekker cursed me. I don't really want to talk about it, but let's just say I blame him for the way I am. Can you give me some advice, Doctor?
Yes, I can give you advice.
I've been trying to think how I can get past today. I've come up with a couple of choices. I could set fire to Hannah's photographs. I've got them in Dropbox anyway. But setting fire to the clothes did the trick. or setting fire to a rocking chair. She sounds like an old lady, but she loved that rocking chair, which I've not sat in since. Which one do you think's best?
Definitely burn the rocking chair.
Set fire to the rocking chair. I never like the way it moves forwards and backwards. Forwards and backwards.
Yeah. Rocking chairs are so obnoxious. Who do they think they are? Okay. You know, I'm gonna say, been at this for a couple hours, and we made some good progress, but I think it's probably time to end our little session here with Dr. Dekker. You know, we made it past Act 1, so I mean, that's something. We actually did, I mean, in the first session, it didn't really seem like we were making any kind of progress, because you couldn't really tell what progress would be. But hey, we got to orange dots for everyone in Act 1. I'm kind of curious about what it would have been like if we got to green dots with everyone, because apparently if we do that, we might lose our minds. And I don't even know what that's going to be. A little bit of Lovecraftian stuff has come up. Cthulhu has been mentioned by name. We have seen this kind of weird video where possibly gravity stopped. We don't know. And now we have a whole lot more people that we're talking to, including a couple people who started off with orange dots. I'm not sure why. But, you know, next time round, we're going to continue on and try to get Jaya, Bryce, Claire, Ellen, and Nathan all to orange. And, you know, hopefully we don't lose our sanity. Hopefully we don't give in to the chaos, which will, you know, bring about the Elder Gods here on Earth. Hopefully we can get Mariana to tell us what was the beautiful thing that she saw in the ocean. Totally Cthulhu. And, you know, maybe we'll get to the bottom of who killed Dr. Dekker, who we now know was stabbed in his office on Valentine's Day, 20 minutes after 10 o'clock in the evening, I believe it was. McAngramstein in the chat is asking, is this Phantasmagoria 3? It is not. This is the Infectious Madness of Dr. Dekker. And I mean, if you played Phantasmagoria, you might know the acting in this is considerably better than Phantasmagoria. So, that's it for tonight's stream. I hope everyone enjoyed it. We'll continue on another time. If you're watching this on YouTube after the fact and you want to watch with the chat, I'll put a link in the description so you can watch the Twitch archive that will have the chat on the page, and you can pretend that you're there live. You know, you can open up like Notepad and type in, like, you're pretending that you're typing into the chat, and it's like you're there live. It's like it's really happening in real time. I'll see you again at another time for more of Dr. Dekker, as Nathan continues to be in despair as he relives the same days over and over unless he burns his dead girlfriend's possessions. It seems to be what's going on. I'll see you around another time. Have a good night.